Good morning, Don's Curiosity Shop with the rest of the story. So last night I was showing how this trim piece removes by sliding left and right. Needs to be a sturdy piece because that's how you draw the drawer out, and they've managed to make it real easy to disassemble and nice and sturdy, but it does engage basically a full 1.5 inches in order to lock in place. So kind of cost me there. This unit came from the Habitat for Humanity Restore. I love supporting them and spending money there. I paid, I think it was $180 for it, and didn't have a chance to run it and figure out that the top drawer didn't work before it would have been a returnable item. Not sure I would have anyway, but anyway, the first round of replacement, I had the replacement board and control that had come out of a used unit that a metal scrapper guy pulled for me, and because I wasn't real clear on how to get the display out, well, the first thing I did was actually I plugged the board and the display he gave me in and powered it up. I'm really glad I did because it seemed to work and everything was happy, and I was pretty sure that my board was bad. Well, it ended up that my old controller must have been bad too, because I made the mistake of trying to plug the good board in once I confirmed that it worked, because it was a slightly different model, I think a little newer. Even though the harness fit in and stuff, the actual case was a little different, the hinge was a little different. It was just, you know, a few millimeters wider or narrower, I can't recall. So I plugged this old control, now this is the new one, but I plugged the old control into the new board, and when I powered it up, it made a bunch of noise, you know, all kinds of different tonal notes dancing crazy. It basically took out the new board. That's a pretty expensive part, new. Fortunately, he didn't charge me full tilt on it. This time, I ended up replacing the whole set. So basically, I went ahead and swapped out. So I think the lower drawers tend to get a lot less use. So on this donor that I took from the lower, the soap dispensing with its solenoids in there that actually connects into the panel, and I took out this fan. There are little tabs that just need to be released, and that just this slips out, then that slips out, and so pretty much these are the old original wires here that actually go back into and drive the motor and things. But I didn't want to take any chances with everything else that connected into the replacement board. So seems to be a go. I think it's going to work, and so that, I think, is my recommendation. If you're using a donor, take the whole set. Don't mix and match. I'm not sure if this was actually a defective control that was on the old one, or if it was just incompatible with the board because it was off a few years or something like that, but you might keep those together. So if you've got a donor drawer, I would keep those boards with the controls. That much I know can be an issue of either, if you've got a questionable old, you're not sure what was wrong or if both were out, because I think obviously they ended up both out, which caused which, you know, if the board caused the display to go bad or vice versa, they do affect one another. So from that standpoint, to err with caution, if you're putting donor parts in, I would put those in as pairs. And when you can, test them before you take any chances on putting a new part on one end or the other. So signing off.